Hello fellow riders and people of YouTube. Today I'd like to talk to you about Harley's 3-hole service, particularly on this Harley Softail Deuce. Okay, so some of you might know what it is already. Some of you may have no clue. You just know you bring your Harley in every season before you ride it much and get your service done, and you have no idea what they do. Well, hopefully after watching this video you'll have enough confidence to tackle the job yourself and save yourself quite a bit of money over taking it to a dealer. Okay, basically your 3-hole service is to change the oil in your oil tank, your transmission down here, and your primary over here. So first of all, let's talk fluids. I mean, there's tons you could probably use. What do I use? I use Mobil 1 2050 for specially formulated for the V-twin Harley motor. And in here, I put 3 quarts right in here. But first, I guess you'd have to drain out the old oil. So you'd vent this like this here. And then down here on your transmission cover, this is a 3/8 Allen key or a hex head. You would unthread that, and then there's a dipstick on there, and you just kind of leave it hanging, sort of like this here. And then you'd go to the bottom side here, underneath your bike, and on this cross member here, you see there's a 5/8 drain plug here. This will drain your oil tank. And then you'll see these 2 shocks on the Softail. And right here, at the beginning of the shocks, right up in between them, you'll be able to get to the other 5/8 drain plug. It looks just like this one, but it's right up in the middle of those. And that'll drain your transmission. So, once you've drained them and they're done dripping, I usually stand the bike up, kind of lean it the other way off from the jiffy stand, and then put it back, and it'll allow all the oil that is settled to the jiffy stand side of the motor to completely drain out of the drain plugs. Go ahead and reinstall your drain plugs. Put 3 quarts of your 2050 V-twin engine oil in here. Return your dipstick and your cap in there. And then in here I use a Valvoline 75W140 gear oil. And that'll take 24 ounces. You can measure that out with whatever you want. You could use your wife's measuring cup. I don't care. She probably won't like it much, but you know, anything you can measure 24 ounces with. Some people prefer to use the same fluid in all 3 holes. So it is acceptable to use the V-twin 2050 weight Mobil 1 also in your transmission. Once again, 24 ounces. Okay, so that would conclude this side of the bike. Let's go to the other side here. And your primary. How to service this would be behind this derby cover. You'll be able to access your primary and fill your oil from sticking a funnel kind of in the side here. You'll see there's a primary gear here, and you can stick your funnel kind of in the side. This side will take 26 ounces of the Mobil 1 2050. And underneath here, well, I guess first you'd remove this derby cover. Then right here, you'll see, mine is a Torx. It's a T40 Torx bit that'll take that drain plug out. Then you want to make sure you got your drain pan under here. Drain out your oil and fill it in the side. Inspect your O-ring around here, or some have a gasket. Mine has a nice gasket on it. Inspect your O-ring, make sure it's not damaged. Replace your derby cover. When you tighten these down, you'll want to go in a star pattern to make sure it's nice and flat and you're not going to have any leaks. Just go a little at a time. I usually thread them in there until they're touching, and then, you know, tighten as a star pattern until they're nice and snug. There probably is a torque spec on here. I don't know it. I just go my left hand, I'm right-handed, so I go my left hand as good as I can get it with about 2 fingers on the ratchet, as tight as I can get it there. So you're not over tightening it, you know, you don't have to He-Man it and strip out your primary cover or anything like that. And then, you know, you'd have to replace your drain plug before you fill it, obviously, replace your derby cover. And then your primary is complete. And then over here is your oil filter. And this oil filter is a 6065 Fram filter, 6065B. The B is actually the chrome version. And the reason why I use this Fram, yeah, it's cheap, whatever, there's better filters out there, but this one's widely available at my Walmart. It's easy to pick up there, so it's just convenience, and it's chrome, so whatever. This is the one I use. And then, well, I guess I also ought to add, probably this is going to be the messiest part of it. When you change this oil filter, there really isn't anywhere for the excess oil to go, so it just kind of dribbles everywhere. You want to put your paint under there, clean up your bike after. So, and that pretty much concludes Harley Davidson 3-hole service. Now, I did make a complete video about this, but unfortunately, mostly what you could see was my ass crack. So, I'm going to go ahead and save you guys that, so I'll just explain how it's done. But I did just do this to my bike. Anyway, I hope you like my basic tutorial of how to do a 3-hole service on your Harley Davidson, specifically the Softail model. If you like these kind of videos, why don't you go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you like the rest of my videos on my channel, please consider subscribing. It really lets YouTube know that you guys like the content I'm pushing out. Once again, thanks for watching. Have a great day.